beach. Bitch, and I'm still breaking bread like the last supper. It was last summer, we ain't know what to do. My attitude on Canadian goose. Shout out Steve Harvey, my family don't feel.
Notice.
Welcome, everybody. It's your boy Big SG, SouthSide Gunn. I want to thank y'all so much for taking the opportunity, time to sit down with your boy. Today, I have a very, very special guest, the one and only Abby Jasmine. How you doing today? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. You know, today's my self-care day, so a lot of it has been spent on, I did some laundry,
Yeah,
I did some skincare, did my hair. So it's a good day for me, man.
love it. Love it. That's how it is. Gotta get shit done, get ready for the week. You know how it is. So, oh man, thank you so much for taking time to actually have a conversation with me today. Um,
Any- uh,
And I'm just gonna jump right into it, just introduce yourself to the people, tell us where you're from, how you got started and everything, give us a quick little background into who you are.
Okay, so my name is Abby Jasmine. My friends call me Asby Jasby. I'm a multifaceted human being. I'm from Staten Island, New York. I'm a singer, songwriter, overall just creative. And, you know, I'm just here. Like I got my start a while ago. And from then, I've been just training and perfecting my craft over the years. Now I just feel like I'm at a place where I'm just confident in everything, in every aspect of life. So I've been making music since 18, and it's been a journey for sure.
Wonderful. So what really got you into music? Because some people have their own different ways of actually getting into it, where they got family members, or it's just something that they went to school and they was in the chorus or something. Like, what got you into actually just wanting to do music?
I come from a musical family. Like my dad plays every instrument in the world known to man. My mom sings. I grew up in the church, so I was in youth band, choir, all different types of stuff. I was playing piano growing up. I was in jazz band in high school till they kicked out. I was in choir. I've always just been a very musically inclined person for sure.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad that, all those avenues led to you making music. I think that, you know, as people are coming up in the music industry, we don't really have a lot of authenticity. And I think that you are is about as authentic as it gets. You're authentic as it gets. It's not too many people who don't have that level of talent. So, I would like to commend you for the work that you have put in for sure. Um,
Thank you.
Pacific Atlantic, man. Like,
Pacific.
how did you come up with this? Because like that's so different than
Yeah.
what's normally made. So like,
Yeah.
what caused that change?
Okay. All right. So usually when I do my sessions, well, let's start here. I was working on my album. My album is done. So I had some studio sessions lined up. I have a group of super talented guys that I work with, about like I want to say like an hour and a half away from me in Long Island. And um usually when I go over there, I like we kind of have like, you know, we kind of improvise. There's no like I'm going here and I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Nah, like we just go off of just how we feel. So they're always pushing me to do things outside of the box, to do things that I don't normally do. So the album was done and we're kind of just like, okay, so now what? So my producer slash engineer, he just starts making beats and he made that one. And everybody's like, nah, Abby, you gotta get on your Zoom. Like you gotta do something different. I was a little intimidated at first because it's really not the type of stuff that I do.
Right.
But I went in the booth, we laid a little bit of vocal like melodies down. That's usually how I do it. Like I'll lay some melodies down and then we come up with the words afterwards.
Mhm.
And I laid some melodies down and I come back in the room. First of all, before I went in there to work on that, everybody was asleep. Everybody in the studio, everybody's knocked out. I come out, everybody's just staring at me like, I'm like, what? They're like, that's fire. Let's
Yeah.
build. So we built on it. It took maybe like 15, 20 minutes for us to write in total. And then we laid it down and at first I wasn't gonna drop it at all because I was like, this is so different. I don't want people like from what I normally do that I don't want people to be like, oh, this like what is this? Like, but also like I can't like hold myself back from like, I guess seeing what works and what doesn't work. Like if people didn't like it, then it'd be like, okay, cool, like on to the but it's been a lot of good feedback. Like a lot of people like the song. I'm glad people like the song. It's different. And I've always been one of those people that I feel like I'm just a very versatile human being. Like I'm able to like kind of adapt to a lot, not just music though, like life in general. Like I'm just able to adapt to a lot of different things. So I just wanted to show versatility in that sense.
Yeah. I think the versatility was there. I mean, I've already fussed at you once to drop the damn album, to be quite honest. You had to get on me, tell me leave you alone, so I'm sorry, apologize for that, because I definitely fussed at you. I'm ready for it. But when I heard the single, I was like, it made me make the stank face. And you know when you hear something that's like, yeah, this one bumps. So I'm just commuting and I bump it at least 2 or 3 times a day. Sitting at work, I'm still listening. I'm putting everybody onto it. So, and apparently, now my word is God now when it comes to fucking reviews. So I try to just be honest with folks and just be like, look, this shit bumps.
For
So
sure.
with the album being done and everything, like what challenges did you really face when you were trying to like put that together? Like what do you normally face when you're trying to put that whole project together?
Well, to be honest, usually it's a lot harder for me to put projects together, but this time around, it wasn't that hard. I think I didn't go into making an album. Like, I wasn't even gonna drop like an album, or I didn't even have any like plans on putting an album together. And I had gone into the studio and in like 3 sessions, like we had so many songs. I've been in my feelings past couple months, so we were just able to finish it like quick. Like it's been done since I want to say like August. We're
Okay.
just like now we're just mixing, mastering, getting some features back, so now getting the content together, you know how that goes, rollouts and stuff like that. So yeah, it wasn't that hard to put together this time around. I'm usually an overthinker when it comes to like projects and stuff, but I'm kind of learning to step out my own way in that sense because if you're a perfectionist, nothing's ever going to be perfect.
Absolutely.
Nothing can ever be perfect. So you can just kind of like chill, like let go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying so.
absolutely. Yeah. I think that, you know, the perfectionist in you, you can hear it because you are methodical with every single track, every single vocal, and you can tell that you care. Because a lot of people just kind of just put things together and they just send it out there and they just give their fans whatever. Whereas you have a method to your madness and it works for you. And I've seen it work tenfold. So I'm very giddy to see how this is going to sound. I don't know what I need to prepare myself for, but I am still looking forward to it because I know that's something that's like, oh, as soon as I see it, midnight, immediate review. Just go ahead and just get this shit out the way, man. Um, I also wanted to know like your musical influences. So like what really did how did you come about this style? Because it's sad a lot, and then it's not, and then it's in that space. So like how'd you get to that point?
Yeah, so I this is a question that I always kind of ask myself. I don't know if I have like somebody that I'm like, okay, like, yeah, this is a person that influences me. I like to say that like I just get influenced by like my day to day or like situations that I've been in and just life in general, especially right now. Like the space I've been in is just very I've always been like a vulnerable person. Like I wear my sleeve, you know? So like it comes out in the music. Like on a daily, I'm not as open like with people,
Yeah.
but it's easier for me to express myself and feel like I can express myself in the way that I want to express myself. Sometimes I'm not too good with words, with like speaking and stuff like that, but with music it's just different. But I don't really have like I just get influenced by like my daily life, by situations I've been in, by situations my friends have been in, like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I don't really have that like
Yeah.
that person.
But that's real though, because I think that like everyday influences into your real music is what brings out. It's how you can emotionally connect to an artist. I feel like you relate to a lot of people more because there's somebody probably out there in the world going through exactly what you're singing about in one of your songs, and is I think that's dope as I think that's dope as hell. So like, what keeps you going in making music? Because most people just get in it and they just kind of lose that passion. So like, what keeps that fire going for you?
um I think a big thing for me is I like looking back and seeing how far I've come, and it kind of just makes me like why stop now? Like you're getting better and better and better and better and better. So like especially from where you came from, like since my last album, since Growing Pains, I'm in like a completely different creative space, and I love to look back and like just see the growth, and that's kind of what keeps me going because I know like if I'm like this now, oh my gosh, in the next like 2 years, I'm gonna be a beast. Like nobody can tell me anything, you know? Like
Absolutely. Yeah. So like, you mentioned the growth and everything like that. So clearly that you can hear the growth and you can hear a lot of the maturity as you go through this whole process of getting ready to drop this project and releasing your single. So it's like, what area of growth do you feel like has really been the most impactful for you though?
um I would say right now it's isolation. I've really been just isolating myself from a lot of things. Like I don't really have time to like hang out as much as I'd like
Yeah.
last year, I'm with my friends every day. Now I'm just like I'm learning to enjoy my own company. I'm learning to sit with myself. I'm learning to love myself in the way that I feel like I deserve to be loved, you know? And just overall just working on my confidence, speaking life into myself. Like I was in like a really bad kind of place for you know a while. I want to say like 2 years ago I was just in a really bad place, and since then I just want to put myself first. And like I said, today was a self-care day for me. I love a self-care day, and it's just taking care of myself, like doing things that makes me feel good, whether it's on the outside, whether it's on the inside. Like I'm just taking care of me. And that's what this is. It's my self-care era. Some people say it's my villain arc. I don't know. But
As a proud villain, there's nothing like a villain arc. As a very proud villain,
I don't know.
I've had to fuss at my wife. I've had to fuss at my friends. Sometimes it's okay to say no. Sometimes it's okay to be completely selfish.
For sure.
There's nothing wrong with that because that's how you learn to enjoy yourself. I'm a person where I'm kind of secluded a lot. I'm an introvert. A lot of people wouldn't think that because I'm very outspoken. I just everything that I think is what I would say in person. I just don't because I don't have no reason to talk in front of people. So I completely understand the whole self-care thing because it's really dope to see somebody give a damn about themselves. A lot of people don't. So I commend you for that for sure. And then, another thing I just want to know is just like, what because of the whole self-care thing and you're in this new era, it's like what makes you unique as an artist right now compared to the masses of artists we have today?
Um, well, I'll say I personally don't feel like there's anybody out there like me. Of course, I'm sure all artists feel that way, but when it comes to me, I feel like like I told you earlier, I'm very multifaceted. Like I write everything. I Even if I'm not fully writing everything myself, I'm there and I'm still
Right.
taking space. I'm still helping write. Like that's me. But I just feel like I'm just when it comes to bars, when it comes to melodies, when it comes to beat selection, when it comes to versatility, nobody is seeing me for real, respectfully. Like,
Hey,
I'm sure there are people that come close, but I personally don't think anybody's really seeing me.
hey, hey, I love the confidence, man. I ain't gonna never knock the confidence. What I've heard, you gotta believe it in me. So I hear it. So like especially so as me, I know for a fact that like I understand a lot of the nuances that you sing about. I like a lot of your lyric because your lyrical capability is very great, and a lot of people don't necessarily put the time in to really expand on their songwriting a lot. They kind of just go with the flow, but not necessarily like really have a actual method to how they want to construct the song. So, when people listen, they can't relate as much. And I think for you being so relatable, I think it helps. So I think it's just kind of like, when it comes to other people who, have discovered your music for the first time or things like that, like what type of impact do you really want to leave with your music?
Hmm. Um, I think I think my biggest thing is I want people to be okay with being vulnerable and like really like we don't have enough people that like everybody is in this kind of how do I put it? Like nobody really wants to say how they truly feel. Like at least when it comes to like love and relationships and things like that and just giving I guess just giving their opinions on how they really feel. And I just want people to just be more vulnerable, more honest with themselves, more honest with the people around them. Um, and I don't know, like I also just want people to with when it comes to like me, I just want people to put their you could put your mind to anything. Like I wasn't planning on making music really as like a career. Like I was on freaking Vine making videos. That's what I was doing. And
Right.
now I'm here and people actually hear me and take me seriously as an artist. So I think those are the two biggest takeaways. Just be more vulnerable, be more honest with yourself, with other people. Um, More self-aware because I'm a very self-aware person. And just like just do what you want. Like you never know how far you can take something until you do it. So just do it.
Hey,
Nike.
sound advice. All right, I'm gonna just leave off with this last one. I like to ask one real deep, thought-provoking question in every conversation I have with people. So when people hear your music and they hear the name Abby Jasmine, what do you want people's initial thought to be?
What do I want their initial thought to be? I want them to be like, damn, this girl is nice. Like she's dope. She knows exactly who she is. She knows exactly how she wants to present herself. Um, and she's dope. And she's fire.
I love it, and that's really real. So I want to say thank you, for taking time out of your day to speak with me. I severely appreciate it. How can people find you on the socials? Go ahead, throw them plugs in there, man, for the fans.
Right. Yeah, I can find me everywhere at Abby Jasmine. I made it real easy. Everything is Abby Jasmine, ABBYJSMINE. That's Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, Apple
Wonderful.
Music, Spotify. That's it. Everything.
So, here we go, folks. It's cut and dry. Abby Jasmine. Y'all got it. Stay with it. Don't worry. If you don't remember, I'm gonna be tweeting at her all the time. So if you follow me, you already know what the deal is. So again, Abby, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. This is the Big SG signing off. Thank you very, very much.
Bye.
I could just smell when a bitch is a rat just like Mickey. She love to hang around with a goof. When I'm outside in my city, I got a nigga wrap around my finger like a noose. Bitches turn me to a owl. She said she better than who? Better than me. I still ain't passing on none